What's up, guys? Here today in the shack with kind of an exciting video I thought I would bring you along for, and you'll have to let me know kind of what you want me to do with shack videos. So I've kind of given you a tour. I obviously gave you the build of the shack. If you enjoy listening around on the air, I'd be happy to do that. Show you any contacts I can make. Otherwise, I've got boxes and boxes of radios, and I'd love to show you those too. So just kind of let me know what you're interested in. I would certainly appreciate that, and I can get more videos aimed at whatever you want to see. Get those coming. So anyway, today's video, I've got a sweet mint condition, brand new. This is brand new. It was still in the wrapping. Royce radio. It's a 619 40 channel base station, and I've just got it temporarily set up here in the shack. I'm going to find a more permanent home for it in the shack. I'm still kind of working on things with that, but man, the trains are noisy today. I will turn you around and show you this thing. So anyway, here's the box. We can kind of look at some of the specs. And I do have all the paperwork, I just don't have it with me. Royce CB, built to take it. You can see the specs there, 40 channel solid state, RF and mic gain, a lighted meter, automatic noise limiter. Let's see if we've got anything different here. There's a picture of somebody's radio setup. Same thing on the back. So yeah, that's that. Original box. Pretty awesome. And here is the radio. So like I said, this is brand new. It's never even had an antenna hooked up to it. I've had it turned on just to see that the lights and everything work and that it does power up. But it is amazing. There was still cellophane on the box, so pretty excited about this. I've got the original mic here, just a basic hand mic, and I don't actually have my oh my goodness, the trains. I don't actually have my CB antenna on the tower yet. I am planning to do that, so we're going to kind of rough it here and wing it. We're going to tune my 80 meter antenna for 11 meters for the Citizens band. So anyway, let me unplug my antenna here, and I'm working on this too. I've got a kind of a nice switching idea in mind for how to make all my antennas work with each other, but don't have that set up yet. Okay, I can feel where it needs to go. There we go. It's a tight fit with that brand new SO239 back there. Okay, we've got that in, and I guess while we're at it, I'm going to try to kind of tip this back and take a look at any of the settings. We have the 12 volt or the 120 volt setting, and then we've got fuse. Sorry, I'll try to show you. And then speaker out and a PA out or something like that. So I'm not going to worry about that today. Eventually, I'm going to try to get all of my radios plugged into my desk speakers here, but right now I just have my main Kenwood and my 2 meter 440 6 and 10 radio plugged into the speakers. So we'll just listen through the stock speaker here. Get the mic out of the way, and actually we need to start by tuning our antenna. So you know what, let's just listen before we tune the antenna for a comparison. So let's go ahead and turn it on. And we're on CB mode. Noise limiter off. Give it a little volume. And I'm going to max my RF gain for the best hearing possibilities here. And we'll just scroll through. Oh, and let's go minimum squelch. Okay, there we go. Alright, let me switch hands here. Not expecting much without my antenna tuned, and there's not a whole lot of CB traffic in this area to begin with, so of course once it gets dark, channel 6 will be a pretty good bet. You can see it's still light out though, so that's the Super Bowl channel. And then of course channel 19 is our highway channel. A little bit of different noise on 16. Also on 20. And back where we started. Okay, so that's okay. I wasn't expecting much of anything. But if you'll notice, it's kind of jumping up and down a little bit on the signal, but never above 1 dB. Actually, we're pretty well below it. We're probably less than half of a dB, and we jump up to maybe 3/4, sometimes 1 dB. So let's get our antenna tuned as best as we can, and keep in mind that this is an 80-meter antenna for the ham bands, so I have very little expectations of this antenna on my CB, but it's worth a try. So what we're going to do, I've shown this in another video, so I'm just going to kind of do an abbreviated antenna tune here. But actually what I do right now, I've got to unplug cords because I don't have enough cords. But what I do is take my Comet. Oh, let's get my key out of the way as best we can. I take my Comet CAA 500 Mark II, plug in my antenna, this is the coax running to the roller inductor tuner right now. Turn it on, and then select the frequency I'm planning to use. And it's been a while since I was on 11 meters, but if I remember right, we're in the 27 megahertz area. I hope I'm right on that. I would look it up if I could, but I think if I stop the video, I'll lose it. Let's just go with 27,700. I'm sure I'll look it up once the video's over, and hopefully I'm not that far off. But anyway, try to show the screen there. I've got that dialed in as close as I can. You can see on the scale, my SWR is 4.5, and also on the needle, 4.5. And my impedance is almost standing straight up at infinity. So what we want to do is adjust the tuner. I cannot believe these trains, you guys. I want to adjust the tuner to get my lowest possible SWR on the meter. So I'm going to start with the inductor setting and look for a considerable dip on my SWR needle. So right now we're up above 6:1. Not really moving. There it's going up a little. Now it's starting to drop. I'm doing this left-handed too. Let me switch hands. Starting to drop. Oh, still kind of waving around there. And this will be interesting considering we're out of the ham bands to see how good we can get this. That's about my lowest point at the moment. Then I move to my transmitter knob. Try to go as low as possible. See, it's right about there. Then to my antenna knob. Go as low as possible. About there. Back to transmitter. Back to the inductor. And basically, if I'm, just for this test, if I'm below 3 to 1, I'd like to be a little lower, but if I'm below 3 to 1, we're good enough to test it. Just for a short-term type deal. I remember the first time I set up my first CB, which was actually not that long ago, probably 2.5, 3 years ago. I didn't even know what SWR was. Well, shoot, I think I need to go a long ways in the other direction with my inductor. So we're just below 3.5 to 1. Let's see if this sucker drops. There was a dip to about 3 to 1 right there. Try that. Sorry about the camera work too. I don't have my tripod at the moment. Well, let's go with that for now. We're almost 3 to 1, 3.7 to 1, which is a little high, but I'm just going to keep it short term. And we're dead on 50 ohms. So anyway, then what I do is just turn this off, come back over to my Daiwa coax switch. Sorry, trying to do this in the camera. Plug that back in, and we're good to go. Alright, let's just head right to channel 19 and give a shout. See what we get. I have not been on CB for a long time. Gotta remember, I don't need a call sign. Radio check, 1, 2, radio check. And I don't know this radio at all. This is the first time I've used it. We got somebody there. Radio check 1, 2, just seeing if anyone hears me. Come on back.
All right, George, you bet those dollar bills, properly. I can tell when you go into the Dollar General, man, you get excited about that. I'm with you on that. I love Dollar General. That's where I bought my first CB.
There we go. We got somebody loud and clear, but I doubt they're hearing me.
Food town, huh? Yes, sir. Food town in years. They still got food town? I know they did away with the yeah, there's one on Ella, Tammy said. I forgot about food town. They
this guy's down south. No way I'm making that trip. Radio, check 1, 2. Anybody copy? Well, shucks. Just as I thought, we're going to have to get our CB antenna up on the tower, which, not a big deal. I was planning to do that anyway. I think I might pick up another antenna. I don't really want to take the one off my truck, and it carries a lot of weight. I might just go with a fire stick or something simple off the side of the tower, but anyway, at least we got to listen to somebody. That's pretty cool. Let's just check channel 6 just for the fun of it. Try the noise limiter. There's somebody there. Just very quiet. The sun's just... As I was saying, the sun is just starting to go down, so we're going to start picking up all kinds of signals here. But anyway, don't want to let the video run on too long. We will definitely be doing more videos featuring this radio and others. So just let me know what you want to see. Hopefully you enjoyed this old Royce 619 base station. I'm going to have to make a nice spot for it on the shelf. This will be kind of my main CB in the Radio Shack. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys on the next one.